Hi, this is Mike Regan with TransAct's 2-Minute Warning for the week of September 12th. And in this week's 2-Minute Warning, if you're an ocean shipper, we've got important information for you about rates, what's going on with contract negotiations at the West Coast ports, and things like detention and demurrage issues. There have been a ton of things happening in the transportation marketplace, and nowhere is this more apparent than what's happening in the ocean sector. With that thought in mind, there are three things that we'd like to share with you. First, the rates have dropped precipitously over the past 12 months. A year ago, it cost $15,000 to $30,000 to move a container. Today, shippers are seeing that cost in the $5,000 to $7,000 range. Now, these are short-term contracts of 3 to 6 months. When I asked a large ocean shipper, what about 2023? He said, Mike, no one is offering these kind of rates for 12 months because it's all tied to what is going to happen with the economy. No one knows which direction it's going to go. So for now, we're going to take the temporary savings on these 3 to 6 months contracts, and we'll deal with 2023 when we get there. Now, the second thing you need to be aware of is what's going on with respect to the contract negotiations between the ILWU and the Pacific Maritime Operators. A couple of months ago, we had a webcast, and the prediction there in that webcast was that there wouldn't be a shutdown or a slowdown at the West Coast ports because the Biden administration was putting heat on both parties to come together. That was working for a while, but last week it was announced that the security guard union at the West Coast ports has authorized a strike vote. If they go on a picket line, we expect the union workers at the ports to honor the picket line, which means there will be a slowdown or a shutdown. Now, I went and talked to another large ocean shipper. He said, you know, Mike, a month ago I would have said the likelihood of a slowdown or shutdown was 5 to 10%. Today I'm advising my CEO and C-level executives it could be 75 to 80% that we will see a temporary shutdown or slowdown that could create a blip in our supply chain activities. Now, the third thing you need to be aware of is what's going on with detention and demurrage. We've seen announcements from some of the ports that they're shortening the holding time before detention and demurrage comes in. That's bad, but what's even worse is you have some carriers like the BNSF and the Union Pacific saying they can't move containers because of a chassis shortage, but the detention and demurrage is still kicking in. So we heard from one shipper they're paying almost $100,000 a month in detention and demurrage. A year ago they were paying maybe $3,000 to $5,000 a month. What does it mean? It means you need a strategy for handling your ocean shipments. Now, some of you may say, what kind of strategy? You don't know where to begin. Call me or send me an email. I'll have our Supply Chain Edge folks get to you as soon as possible. They are doing dynamite stuff in helping people control their ocean costs, and in this environment, even achieve some significant savings. We make all of this information available to you because with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you we are on your team. We're here to help, and we're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.